Urgent: LeBron James may be close to leaving the Los Angeles Lakers. Stay until the end to find out everything, but first leave your like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything about the Lakers. LeBron James, widely regarded as one of the greatest basketball players of all time, may be approaching the end of his tenure with the Los Angeles Lakers. After 7 seasons with the iconic franchise, signs suggest that the partnership could soon come to a close. Since arriving in Los Angeles in 2018, LeBron has redefined the Lakers' legacy in the modern era. He led the team to a championship in 2020, a historic title won inside the NBA bubble during the pandemic, and added the inaugural NBA Cup in 2023. His presence restored relevance and competitiveness to a franchise that had struggled in the years prior to his arrival. Now, as the 39-year-old superstar approaches the twilight of his career, reports from prominent NBA insiders suggest a critical juncture has been reached. Though LeBron remains under contract, he holds a player option that would allow him to explore free agency. According to sources close to the situation, he is giving serious thought to his future, one that may involve wearing a different jersey next season. Tension beneath the surface. Behind the scenes, tension has been growing. Despite putting up elite numbers during the 2024-25 season, averaging 24 points, 7.7 rebounds and 7.8 assists per game, LeBron is believed to feel sidelined in organizational decisions. He has reportedly grown frustrated with a lack of input in roster discussions and the absence of early contract extension talks. Those close to him say he feels underappreciated by the Lakers front office, especially following the team's pivot toward a younger roster. The arrival of Luka Doncic, a 26-year-old superstar seen by many as the league's next face, has shifted the franchise's focus. Lakers executives have allegedly communicated to league insiders that their long-term vision revolves around building around Doncic, which may signal a passing of the torch. This shift, while understandable from a competitive standpoint, appears to have added to LeBron's doubts about his future with the team. Words that echo. Recently, LeBron's longtime agent and friend Rich Paul made comments that resonated across the NBA landscape. "We're evaluating what makes the most sense for LeBron at this point in his career," Paul said. "He wants to make the most of the time he has left. He's not interested in wasting any seasons." The quote, though vague, has fueled speculation that LeBron's departure from Los Angeles may be imminent. Teams around the league are closely monitoring the situation, with a sense that one of the most influential figures in NBA history could soon be available. Legacy in Los Angeles. If LeBron ultimately decides to part ways with the Lakers, he will leave behind a profound legacy. Beyond the accolades and statistics, his impact in Los Angeles has been transformative. He brought the franchise back to prominence, ending a decade-long championship drought and tying the Celtics with a 17th title, a moment etched in history. More than that, LeBron became a cultural icon in LA, both on and off the court. His business ventures, philanthropy, and leadership inspired not just teammates, but also a city in search of direction after Kobe Bryant's retirement and tragic passing. As his decision nears, LeBron James stands at a crossroads, one that will shape the final chapters of his storied career. As speculation about his future continues to build, one thing remains crystal clear. LeBron James is still performing at an elite level. While many athletes begin to decline as they near 40, LeBron defies time. His 2024-25 season was a masterclass in consistency, leadership, and impact, evidence that he remains a game-changing force in the NBA. In his 22nd season, LeBron averaged 24.0 points per game, along with 7.7 rebounds and 7.8 assists. He ranked in the top 10 in multiple statistical categories and continued to command double teams and defensive adjustments on a nightly basis. Despite the heavy mileage on his legs, he played with intensity and poise, often carrying the Lakers in critical moments. Still the engine. Although the Lakers saw some structural changes throughout the year, particularly with the arrival of Luka Doncic, LeBron remained the team's emotional and tactical leader. He mentored younger players, held teammates accountable, and often acted as a coach on the floor. His ability to read defenses and execute plays with surgical precision kept the Lakers competitive, even when the roster faced injury setbacks or chemistry issues. In one memorable game late in the season, LeBron recorded a 38-point triple-double against the Phoenix Suns, reminding the league that he's far from finished. After the game, Suns coach Monty Williams said, "He's still as dangerous as ever. There's no one else in this league who can control a game the way he does." Feeling sidelined. Yet, even with these performances, sources close to LeBron suggest that he has felt overlooked by Lakers management. Despite his continued excellence, key decisions regarding the team's future reportedly occurred without his input, a departure from previous seasons, when his voice carried significant influence in front office discussions. Notably, contract extension negotiations never materialized, and according to reports, LeBron interpreted that silence as a signal the franchise might be ready to move on. Adding to the uncertainty, the team made several trade deadline moves that appeared to prioritize the development of a younger core around Doncic rather than immediate championship contention. Though LeBron supported the evolution of the roster, insiders say he questioned whether the organization's priorities aligned with his goal of winning another title before retirement. The Doncic effect. Luka Doncic's arrival was both exciting and disruptive. At just 26 years old, Doncic brings MVP-level talent and long-term potential. His presence energized the fan base and gave the Lakers a glimpse of the post-LeBron era. However, building around Doncic also meant shifting the team's attention, and perhaps its loyalty, away from its elder statesman. Even if unintentionally, the message was clear: Doncic is the future. While LeBron has never shied away from sharing the spotlight, sources suggest he began to feel like a secondary figure in an organization he helped resurrect. That emotional distance may be what's ultimately pushing him to consider life beyond the purple and gold. Public silence, private reflection. Throughout the season, LeBron kept his thoughts on the matter private. He avoided media controversies and continued to lead by example. Yet those closest to him say the internal dialogue has intensified. He's spending more time reflecting on legacy, health, and how best to use the remaining years of his career. Whether that means staying in Los Angeles or seeking a fresh start remains uncertain. As the off-season nears, all eyes will be on LeBron. The question is no longer whether he can continue, it's whether he wants to do it in the same jersey. As the 2024-25 season wound down, LeBron James found himself at a personal and professional crossroads. Not just about basketball, but about legacy. Few athletes have ever carried the level of expectation, scrutiny, and impact that LeBron has shouldered for over 2 decades. Every decision now has implications that stretch far beyond the hardwood. At this stage in his career, the choices he makes aren't just about winning, they're about writing the final lines of an already legendary story. A career built on defining moments. From his high school debut at St. Vincent St. Mary to the decision, in 2010, from leading Cleveland to its first NBA title in 2016 to reviving the Lakers dynasty in 2020, LeBron's journey has been filled with pivotal moments that shaped the NBA's modern era. Each chapter of his career has been carefully considered. He's always combined ambition with a sense of mission, building super teams, elevating franchises, and using his platform to influence culture. Now nearing 40, he's preparing for perhaps the most delicate chapter yet, the farewell run. Does he want to spend it with the Lakers, whose future is uncertain? Or does he seek a setting where he can close his career on his own terms? The emotional equation. What makes this decision particularly complex is the emotional weight behind it. LeBron has deep ties to Los Angeles. His family has settled in the city. His off-court ventures, including his film company, media projects, and philanthropic work, are deeply embedded in the region. Walking away from all of that isn't just a basketball move, it's a life-altering shift. Despite the tensions with the front office, LeBron hasn't publicly criticized the Lakers organization. But according to insiders, the silence speaks volumes. Those close to him describe him as contemplative, often talking less about titles and more about impact, how he'll be remembered, and where he wants to be when he eventually says goodbye to the game. Legacy versus loyalty. There's also the question of loyalty. LeBron brought the Lakers their 17th championship, tying them with the Celtics. He pulled the franchise out of a decade-long spiral and put them back in the national spotlight. Some in his camp reportedly feel that the organization owes him the courtesy of transparency, if not control. Yet basketball is a business. And the Lakers, looking to stay competitive long-term, may be prioritizing the development of younger stars. If LeBron senses that the commitment to winning now has weakened, that could tip the scales toward a departure. Still, any move he makes could reshape his legacy, for better or worse. "It's not about proving anything anymore," said a longtime friend of LeBron's. "It's about ending the story the way he wants it told. The voices that matter." In these quiet moments of reflection, LeBron is listening to a small inner circle: family, business partners, and Rich Paul. Above all, his sons, Bronny and Bryce, may have the greatest influence on his next step. There's growing speculation that LeBron still dreams of sharing an NBA court with Bronny, who recently declared for the draft. While that scenario remains complicated, it adds yet another layer to his decision-making. He may not just be picking a team for himself, but for his son's future as well. That dream, a father-son duo in the NBA, could rewrite history and create a never-before-seen moment in professional sports. And it might be something he's not willing to give up. A defining summer ahead. As the summer approaches, the stage is set for one of the most important off-seasons of LeBron James' life. His decision, whether to opt into his final year with the Lakers, explore free agency, or even pivot toward a player-coach or ownership role, will send ripples throughout the league. The weight of legacy, family, loyalty, and ambition all converge here. And while fans and analysts speculate, only LeBron knows what matters most to him in this final stretch of greatness. If LeBron James chooses to walk away from the Los Angeles Lakers, the next question becomes perhaps even more fascinating. Where does he go next? At nearly 40 years old, with more accomplishments than any player in NBA history, LeBron isn't looking for a long-term rebuild. He's looking for legacy-defining opportunity. And while only a few franchises have both the roster and the ambition to support a deep playoff run, several intriguing possibilities have emerged. Each destination offers its own storyline, potential, and challenges. Cleveland, the sentimental return. The most emotionally compelling option is a return to where it all began, Cleveland. LeBron is not just a hometown hero in Ohio. He's a cultural icon who brought the Cavaliers their only NBA championship in 2016. The narrative arc of returning home one last time is irresistible to many. The Cavaliers have a solid young core led by Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, and Donovan Mitchell, if he remains. Adding LeBron, even in his final chapter, would provide leadership, playoff experience, and a storybook ending that few athletes ever get. Sources say Cleveland is open to the reunion, especially with Bronny's NBA eligibility possibly aligning with their draft position. "The door is always open for LeBron in Cleveland," said a team executive anonymously. "He put us on the map. If he wants to finish here, we listen." Philadelphia, a shot at the title. The 76ers are another intriguing option. Joel Embiid, the reigning MVP, needs a co-star who can help push Philadelphia over the playoff hump. With LeBron orchestrating the offense and Tyrese Maxey providing youth and speed, Philly could become an immediate contender. More importantly, the Sixers have cap flexibility and an aggressive front office willing to swing big. Their win-now approach matches LeBron's timeline. While Philadelphia doesn't hold the same emotional weight as Cleveland or LA, the opportunity to chase one last ring in a historically rich basketball city might be appealing. Golden State, the unthinkable alliance. Could LeBron really team up with Stephen Curry? It's a question that was once laughable, but has gained quiet traction behind the scenes. Both players have immense mutual respect, and their games could complement each other beautifully. Imagine a lineup where LeBron plays point forward, Curry draws defensive gravity, and the ball never stops moving. Golden State's culture of excellence and their veteran core, if intact, would provide a low-friction environment for LeBron to focus solely on winning. There's history, of course. Their finals battles were legendary, but time softens rivalries. And if Bronny were to land there, the Warriors could become a dream destination. Miami or New York, wild cards with purpose. There are other names floating in the rumor mill as well. Miami could offer a full-circle reunion with Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra, the architects of the original Heatless era. Though past tensions exist, time and titles tend to heal old wounds. With Jimmy Butler aging and Bam Adebayo still in his prime, Miami could use LeBron's intelligence and drive. New York, on the other hand, offers legacy and lights. Though not a traditional contender, the Knicks have assets, a huge media market, and the appeal of restoring basketball glory in Madison Square Garden, something LeBron has never done. For someone who cares deeply about cultural impact, the Big Apple is never off the table. Staying in LA, still a possibility. Despite all this, sources close to LeBron caution against assuming he's already out the door. He has built a life in Los Angeles. His children attend school there, his business empire is rooted in California, and the lifestyle suits his stage of life. The Lakers, too, are reportedly not eager to let him go without a fight. Behind closed doors, they're believed to be preparing a revamped offer and a new vision for competitiveness, possibly involving coaching changes or front office realignment to keep him engaged. In the end, it may not come down to money, rosters, or even rings. It may come down to control, trust, and legacy. While fans, media, and analysts debate LeBron James' next move, the most important conversations are happening far from the spotlight. In luxury suites, private homes, and confidential meetings, a chess match is unfolding, one that involves not just LeBron but agents, executives, sponsors, and even family members. LeBron's future is more than a basketball decision. It's a multi-layered negotiation involving legacy, influence, business, and timing. Rich Paul's silent influence. Rich Paul, CEO of Clutch Sports and LeBron's longtime agent and friend, has been navigating these waters masterfully. Known for his ability to leverage market forces and shift narratives, Paul has remained publicly vague. But behind the scenes, he's exploring every angle. When he said, "We're evaluating what's best for LeBron at this stage of life and career," it wasn't just a soundbite. It was a signal. Teams across the league took note. Calls were made. Proposals were floated. Rich Paul is not simply gauging interest, he's shaping outcomes. Whether it means setting the stage for a return to Cleveland, aligning with Bronny's draft path, or orchestrating a surprise landing in a contending city, Paul's role will be central. He's not just managing a contract. He's curating a farewell legacy. Family ties and fatherhood dreams. Perhaps the most compelling and emotional factor in LeBron's decision is his son. Bronny James recently declared for the NBA draft. Though his first college season at USC was interrupted by health challenges, his name carries immense weight due to his potential and his bloodline. Scouts remain divided on his ceiling, but many teams see the marketing potential in drafting Bronny as a way to lure LeBron. For years, LeBron has been open about his dream to share an NBA court with his son. Not as a gimmick, but as a full-circle moment in an already historic career. "My last year will be played with my son," LeBron once said. "Wherever Bronny is, that's where I'll be." The idea of a father-son duo in the NBA has never been realized. The opportunity is rare, and for LeBron, it may be the defining goal that surpasses even another title. Any franchise willing to draft Bronny may instantly jump to the top of LeBron's list, regardless of market size. This dream, however, complicates things. It means aligning draft logistics, cap space, and team dynamics, all while balancing media frenzy and real competitive ambitions. Inside the Lakers' response. The Lakers' front office, aware of the shifting dynamics, is reportedly split. Some believe it's time to start building a younger core around Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves. Others argue that letting go of LeBron would be a public relations disaster, and that he still gives them their best chance to win. Privately, Lakers ownership is said to be nervous. Not just about losing LeBron's production, but his global influence. From ticket sales to jersey revenue to international exposure, his departure would leave a void that few players can fill. There are rumors of an all-in proposal, a new contract, more involvement in decision-making, and perhaps even a role in player development or ownership down the road. But would that be enough? LeBron may appreciate the gesture, but he's also known for leaving when the story calls for it. pressure from the outside. Meanwhile, the NBA ecosystem is responding. Sponsors, networks, and media platforms are all watching closely. LeBron's decisions impact TV ratings, brand partnerships, and even collective bargaining narratives. For ESPN, TNT, Nike, and other global brands, where LeBron ends up next season isn't just news, it's economics. Add to that the public. Every day, social media is flooded with speculation, jersey swaps, and theories. Fans are pleading. Cities are pitching themselves. The pressure is mounting from all sides. And through it all, LeBron remains silent. Not indifferent, but focused. The calm before the decision. Those closest to him say this is a familiar rhythm. LeBron thrives in moments like this. Quiet, methodical, observant. He knows the weight of his words, so he chooses them carefully. When he's ready, he'll speak. And when he does, the league will shift. Until then, all we can do is speculate and wait. The thought of LeBron James leaving the Los Angeles Lakers is no longer just a rumor. It's becoming a genuine possibility. And while some fans may still hold on to hope, the franchise is preparing for what life could look like without its greatest player since Kobe Bryant. What does a post-LeBron Lakers era mean, not just for the team but for the league, the city, and the business of basketball? A franchise rebuilt around stars. Since its earliest days, the Lakers brand has thrived on superstars. From Jerry West and Magic Johnson to Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant, and LeBron James, the franchise's identity has always been built on star power. Winning, yes, but also spectacle. LeBron restored that spectacle. When he signed in 2018, the team was floundering. Within 2 seasons, they were champions again. Even during years when the roster was flawed or inconsistent, LeBron's presence kept the team relevant, watchable, and powerful. His departure would create a vacuum, and not just on the court. Suddenly, games would feel smaller. Media attention would shift. Primetime slots might disappear. The glamour would dim, at least temporarily. A young core, but is it enough? Assuming LeBron opts out or is traded, what remains of the Lakers roster? Anthony Davis is still under contract, but his health and leadership have long been questioned. While he's undeniably talented, many insiders believe Davis isn't the kind of alpha personality that can carry a team on his own, especially in a market like LA. Then there's Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, and potentially a high draft pick if they pivot toward a rebuild. Solid young players, but not franchise changers, at least not yet. The front office, particularly general manager Rob Pelinka, would face immense pressure to either land another superstar quickly or commit fully to a long-term rebuild, something the Lakers have historically avoided. The Lakers don't do rebuilds, said one former executive. They reload. But reloading after LeBron won't be easy. Business impacts, the LeBron economy. LeBron's value to Los Angeles goes far beyond basketball metrics. Since his arrival, Lakers merchandise sales exploded. The team became a global attraction again. International TV rights, social media growth, and local sponsorships surged. Season tickets were sold out for years in advance. Even local tourism saw boosts on nights when LeBron played at Crypto.com Arena. Without him, that entire economy takes a hit. Sponsors may pull back. TV deals may become less favorable. Other stars may be hesitant to sign with a team in transition. The Lakers may remain relevant because of their brand, but they'll no longer be a destination in the same way. That's the LeBron effect. When he arrives, everything scales up. When he leaves, everything recalibrates. The emotional toll. There's also the human side of all this. Fans who have followed LeBron for 7 seasons, through the bubble championship, the highs, the disappointments, now face the reality that their icon may walk away. For a younger generation of fans, LeBron is the Lakers. Many still remember how painful it was to watch Kobe Bryant's final years. His farewell tour was emotional and poetic, but it came with the sadness of knowing an era was ending. LeBron's exit would be different. Less theatrical, perhaps, but no less heavy. There's no guarantee of another superstar walking through the door. No assurance that championships will follow. For once, Lakers Nation may have to sit in uncertainty. Looking ahead, what if? But here's the thing, the Lakers always bounce back. This is a franchise with deep pockets, championship DNA, and an allure that draws talent. If LeBron does leave, it might mark the start of something new, a bold rebuild or a risky gamble on another elite player. Whispers of potential trades, free agent targets, or even Luka Doncic being their next cornerstone have surfaced. Nothing is concrete, but the gears are turning. Still, until LeBron makes his decision, everything is on hold. Every plan, every pitch, every phone call. He hasn't left yet, but the shadow of his departure already looms. As speculation swirls around LeBron James' next move, it's important to pause and consider what exactly is at stake, not just for him but for the sport. Because LeBron is not merely deciding where to play basketball. He is writing the final chapters of a legacy unlike any other in NBA history. His name is already etched into the league's record books. His impact is global. Yet even for someone of his stature, the final steps matter. Greatness isn't just about how you start or even how long you last. It's about how you finish. A career like no other. LeBron entered the NBA in 2003 as the chosen one, a high school phenom burdened with impossible expectations. Somehow he exceeded them. Over 2 decades he has amassed 4 NBA championships, 4 MVP awards, 19 All-Star selections, all-time leader in points scored, 10 finals appearances, 2 Olympic gold medals. And those are just the stats. What truly separates LeBron is his versatility and consistency. He has reinvented himself across eras, across teams, across playing styles. He has won in Cleveland, Miami, and Los Angeles, proving he wasn't just a product of one system or one roster. His combination of longevity, intelligence, athleticism, and leadership has made him not just a player but a standard. More than basketball. LeBron's legacy also extends far beyond the hardwood. He is a cultural icon, entrepreneur, philanthropist, and activist. Through his media company, Spring Hill Entertainment, he's produced documentaries, films, and TV shows that empower marginalized voices. His I Promise School in Akron, Ohio, is redefining what athlete-led philanthropy looks like, offering free tuition, meals, bikes, and guaranteed college opportunities to underserved students. In the era of social justice movements, LeBron has used his platform to speak on voting rights, police reform, and racial inequality, often at the cost of public criticism. He has redefined what it means to be an athlete with purpose. For many fans and young players, he is more than a role model. He is a blueprint. He's the greatest of our generation, Steph Curry once said. What he's done, on and off the court, is something we may never see again. The weight of ending well. For someone who has done so much, why does LeBron still care about how the story ends? Because that's what all legends care about. Michael Jordan's legacy was re-cemented by his final title in 1998. Kobe Bryant's 60-point farewell in 2016 is immortal. Tim Duncan left as a champion, quiet and dignified. Dirk Nowitzki, Dwayne Wade, all found grace in knowing when and how to exit. LeBron is keenly aware of this. It's not just about numbers anymore. He's not chasing MVPs. He's chasing meaning. He wants his final seasons to be about legacy, leadership, and inspiration. Whether that means winning one more title, playing alongside his son, or both, it must feel right. That's why this decision is so difficult. It's not just about what's next. It's about what it all means. The question's still unanswered. As of now, several key questions remain unresolved. Will LeBron return to the Lakers for a final run, perhaps with new power in team-building decisions? Will he prioritize family and follow Bronny, even if it means going to a small market or rebuilding team? Is another super team in the works behind closed doors? Or could retirement, perhaps shocking, perhaps soon, be closer than anyone expects? LeBron has always surprised us. He chose Miami when few saw it coming. He returned to Cleveland when many thought the door was closed. He signed with the Lakers for reasons beyond just basketball. And now, he could do anything. One thing is certain, the league will never be the same once he's gone. And whether the next chapter lasts 1 year or 3, every game, every decision, and every moment from here on will carry the weight of history. Amid all the swirling rumors about LeBron James' future, the Lakers, potential trades, the pursuit of a final championship, there is one thread that may tie everything together: Bronny James. What once sounded like a fairy tale, a father and son sharing the NBA court, is now an imminent possibility. And that possibility could reshape the landscape of the league. The dream that became a goal. For years, LeBron has spoken publicly and passionately about one unique aspiration. My last year will be played with my son. It's not about the money at that point. He wasn't joking. From the moment Bronny began gaining attention in high school, LeBron's language shifted. Titles, stats, and MVPs were no longer the top priority. Family was. This wasn't just about legacy, it was about life. About creating a once-in-a-lifetime moment that no father and son in NBA history had ever achieved. And now it's closer than ever. Bronny's path to the NBA. Bronny James, though not the same generational talent as his father, is a capable and intelligent player. A combo guard with strong defensive instincts, playmaking vision, and a quiet confidence, he's projected by many to be a late first-round or early second-round pick. His lone college season at USC was challenging. A cardiac incident delayed his debut and affected his rhythm, but scouts still see flashes of NBA potential. More importantly, he's LeBron James' son. That fact alone adds value. Teams know that drafting Bronny could mean much more than acquiring a promising young guard. It could open the door to signing LeBron himself. This has transformed the draft into a strategic battleground. The strategic calculations. Behind the scenes, front offices are running simulations. Not just of Bronny's skill level, but of what drafting him could lead to. Is it worth using a pick to get Bronny, even if he's not NBA ready, for the chance to land LeBron even for 1 year? Some believe yes. Especially smaller market teams or fringe contenders. For them, a one-season LeBron surge could bring global exposure, ticket sales, and playoff contention. Meanwhile, larger market teams may hesitate. They may want Bronny, but not the media circus or pressure that follows the James family. There's also a quiet resistance among some executives who see the move as performative. A few even question whether Bronny wants to play with his dad, or if he's being pulled into something bigger than himself. But most agree, LeBron holds the cards. And his influence on where Bronny goes is undeniable. The Lakers' dilemma. The Lakers face a complex decision. If they want to keep LeBron, they may need to find a way to draft Bronny, even if it means trading up or making deals they hadn't planned on. But that would require them to pivot from other priorities, like acquiring veteran talent or maintaining cap flexibility. It's a difficult position. Remain loyal to their superstar and bet on a historic storyline, or stick to traditional team-building logic. Sources suggest the Lakers have already met internally to explore all possible outcomes. One scenario includes drafting Bronny with a late pick, signing LeBron to a 1-year deal, and turning the season into a farewell tour and media goldmine. It could be a win-win. But it's risky. Bronny's voice. What gets lost in all the noise is what Bronny himself wants. Those close to the young guard say he respects his father's legacy but is eager to carve out his own path. He's described as quiet, thoughtful, and self-aware. He knows that the spotlight comes from his last name, and he's trying to carry that weight with humility. He may be flattered by the idea of playing with his dad, but he's also driven to earn his own respect. That tension, between the legend and the legacy, is what makes this chapter so compelling. Bronny isn't just a piece on LeBron's chessboard. He's a player with his own story to tell. A decision unlike any other. As the NBA draft approaches, every team is watching. Every headline, every workout, every mock draft has LeBron's name hovering above it. No matter where Bronny goes, or if LeBron follows, the storyline will be unprecedented. Because it's not just about basketball. It's about a father and a son. About timing. About history. And as LeBron weighs his final move, the most powerful factor may not be money, rings, or rosters. It may simply be love. For over 2 decades, LeBron James has controlled his narrative better than any athlete in modern history. Every team move, brand decision, and public statement has been a calculated piece of a larger puzzle. Now, as the world awaits what could be the final major decision of his career, the question becomes, how will he announce it? It won't be ordinary. It never is. A legacy of iconic moments. LeBron's announcements have always gone beyond sports. They've shaped culture, media, and the business of basketball. In 2010, he stunned the world with The Decision, a live ESPN special where he revealed his choice to join the Miami Heat. It was controversial, widely criticized, but undeniably revolutionary. Athletes had never claimed that kind of control over their careers, or broadcasted them like TV events. In 2014, his return to Cleveland came through a powerful first-person essay in Sports Illustrated. No press conference, no spectacle, just raw emotion and redemption. In 2018, his move to Los Angeles was announced through a simple press release by Clutch Sports. Subtle, professional, and symbolic of his growing power as a businessman and media mogul. These weren't just decisions. They were moments. So whatever LeBron chooses next, it will reflect not only who he is, but how he wants to be remembered. The platform's on the table. Several options are being considered behind the scenes, and each one says something different about the message LeBron wants to send. 1. A live special, The Decision 2.0. Though unlikely, some close to LeBron haven't ruled it out. A modern, more refined version of the 2010 broadcast, perhaps through YouTube, Netflix, or even his own uninterrupted platform, could allow LeBron to tell his story his way once more. This would be a full-circle moment. The first decision was about chasing greatness. This one would be about legacy and family. 2. A short film or documentary segment. With access to SpringHill Entertainment, LeBron could easily produce a high-quality mini-documentary chronicling his thought process, including interviews with his family, coaches, and teammates. This would blend art, emotion, and storytelling, a cinematic farewell or new chapter opening. 3. A personal essay or open letter. Much like in 2014, LeBron could opt for a deeply personal message, perhaps published in the Players' Tribune or a respected media outlet. This route would be more about clarity and honesty, focusing on the why rather than the what. It would show maturity and reflection, placing family and legacy at the center. 4. A quiet announcement on social media. The most minimalist route, a single tweet, an Instagram post, a short video clip of him in Lakers gear, or not. This would speak volumes through simplicity, allowing fans and media to fill in the blanks while keeping LeBron in total control. 5. No announcement at all, letting action speak. There's also the possibility that LeBron will say nothing. That he'll simply re-sign with the Lakers or suit up for a different team on opening night. No big reveal, no message. That silence would itself become the message. This is just business. Timing is everything. The timing of the announcement is critical. The NBA draft, free agency, and training camp dates are fast approaching. Teams need clarity. So does the league. But LeBron has never rushed decisions. He's patient, strategic. And this one, perhaps the final major chapter of his career, requires emotional precision. He understands the spotlight will be blinding, and the stakes are as personal as they are professional. The emotional weight. No matter how he announces it, the decision will be about more than basketball. This is about control, closure, and connection. Control over his story. Closure on a legendary journey. Connection with fans, teammates, and the next generation, especially Bronny. Whether it's a tearful farewell or a new beginning, the world will be watching. And whatever LeBron chooses to say, or not say, will instantly become part of sports history. Because when legends speak, history listens. As LeBron James approaches the end of his playing career, a new reality begins to settle in, for the NBA, for fans, for brands, for young players. The man who defined an era of basketball, culture, and athlete empowerment will soon step away from the court. But what does basketball look like after LeBron? A once-in-a-generation presence. LeBron has been more than a player. He's been a movement. On the court, he redefined versatility. A 6 feet 9 inches forward who could guard 5 positions, run the offense, and dominate physically while also being one of the smartest minds in the game. Off the court, he became a global icon. A philanthropist, producer, entrepreneur, and political voice. No one, not Jordan, not Kobe, not even Steph Curry, has had this precise combination of athletic brilliance, social impact, and cultural relevance for this long. He became the blueprint. And soon that presence will leave the hardwood, filling the void. The NBA is not short on stars. From Luka Doncic and Giannis Antetokounmpo to Jason Tatum and Victor Wembanyama, a new generation of elite talent is already here. But there's a difference between stars and faces of the league. LeBron's retirement, or semi-retirement, will leave a void. Not just in stats but in narrative. He was the main character for over 20 years. Every finals, every All-Star game, every off-season storyline, his name was there. Who will step into that role? Luka has the numbers. Giannis has the charisma. Wemby has the intrigue. Curry still has the legacy. But no one has the gravity LeBron commands. Yet. The league must now invest in building new storylines, rivalries, and icons to fill the post-LeBron era. The business aftermath. LeBron's departure will also have a measurable business impact. Ratings, merchandise, and even media coverage will shift. His games were always must-watch events, especially in the playoffs. For years, networks structured schedules around him. The Lakers, win or lose, were a main event because of LeBron. Now the league will look to spread the spotlight. More teams. More stars. More parity. That's good for basketball, but it marks the end of a centralized era. His enduring legacy. While LeBron may leave the court, his influence won't vanish. Uninterrupted, his media platform will continue telling athlete-first stories. Spring Hill Company, his entertainment firm, will expand into documentaries, films, and series. I Promise School, his educational initiative in Akron, will keep changing lives. His political and social voice will likely grow even stronger. In short, LeBron is not retiring from impact, just from games. And that shift will open doors for future athletes to see what's possible when greatness extends beyond the box score. The torch is passed. LeBron didn't just dominate the game, he changed what it meant to be an NBA player. He taught athletes they could control their careers. He redefined longevity, playing at an elite level into his 40s. He showed that winning and legacy can coexist with business and brand building. And perhaps most importantly, he did it while remaining remarkably scandal-free, consistent, and respected. His torch will be passed, but not to one person. It will be divided among many. The post-LeBron era won't be a single dynasty or player. It will be a mosaic of voices, talents, and stories shaped by his example. One final thought. When LeBron James steps off the court for the last time, there will be tears. From fans. From teammates. Maybe even from himself. But there will also be celebration. Because few athletes in any sport have given so much for so long with so much grace. The crown may come off, but the impact of the king will echo for generations. Basketball won't be the same. But it will be better because he was here.